I often get visuals because I'm a clairvoyant, so I get a lot of visuals. And what I see right now is almost like there's a line where you walk on, and there's a line where your abundance is. And instead of these two lines being on the same height, you are on another layer. So the lines are not aligning as one line. They are passing each other. Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Rooted in the Cosmos, your podcast for all things spiritual leadership, higher consciousness, and new earth vision. My name is Isabel Gloria. I'm welcoming you to this beautiful new episode. It's a very sunny day today, and I want to dive into some real magic. I feel really intuitive today. I want to do something that shares a message that you can take as a sign if you need one. So if you've been looking for a sign, if you've been looking for a message, this is the podcast episode for you today. I'm going to pull some cards for you today. And the way I use my oracle cards most of the time, I know they all come with a little booklet and they have their meanings and stuff. I just like to use them as a tool that activates a message within me. I don't always read the meaning and read the little booklet that comes with a deck. I oftentimes just look at the card, look at the artwork, look at the name of the card and of the energy that I can tap into when I look into this card. And I just let a message being activated within me. This is exactly what I'm doing today. So you can listen to this, just listening to the messages that are coming through. If you do have a little time to do more than just listening to this episode, I want to ask you to make almost like a little ritual out of it. Take your time, consciously listen to the messages that are coming through for you. Try to stay very calm and connected with your cosmic self. Maybe even call in your spirit guides with me and ask for a message that the universe wants you to know and that you need to hear right now. So that being said, I will just shuffle the cards. I will pull the cards that feel like they want to be part of this reading. I always go by energy, the one that sticks out to me. I don't even know how many it's going to be. I'm just going to go very intuitively with this. And then I'm going to look at the card and the message gets activated within me. And I'm going to share this message with you. So before we start, if you have the time and if you have the space, allow yourself to close your eyes and set the intention to get the message and to receive whatever you need to receive right now. Maybe there's something specific that you want an answer for or that you need some guidance with. You can set that as your intention for this reading. You can also be very open and just accept whatever message wants to come through. It could be that some parts of the reading do resonate with you a lot and other parts are not resonating with you that much. This is because this is a collective reading of the collective energies that are present right now and the topics that a lot of people are probably focused on right now. So some of the cards may resonate with you and they may 100% fit to your current situation, while other cards are not for you and they are for someone else and they resonate with someone else. I also want to call in your cosmic self and my cosmic self to assist with this reading and to give me permission to be the bringer of this message. I'm calling all of your spirit guides, all of your higher aspects, to allow you to receive the message that needs to be received by you and to be able to translate this collective reading that I'm sharing on this podcast into a personal message that makes sense to you and that you can decode and apply to your life. I just turned around the first card that I pulled. This card is called Battle of the Blues. And the immediate message that came through for me is that you are going through a hard time right now and you are feeling you are still feeling positive. I feel like you are a very strong and resilient person, and you have a positive energy as your core, but you're really struggling with something in your life right now. It could be something external, it could be something internal, something emotional, it could be both. But the message that is coming through right now is mainly that you are so strong, and sometimes even too strong. Not that someone ever could be too strong, but in a sense that you don't allow yourself to have a bad day, or that you don't allow yourself to be weak or vulnerable in front of others. The message that this card wants to give you today is to look at the people in your life that are safe and that you are safe with, and that it's safe to be vulnerable around, and to also do that. Open yourself up, talk about your emotions, talk about your fears. I feel like there's a fear that you hold in a lot, something that you never talk about with anyone, that is bugging you a lot in daily life. And what I feel is that it would be very healing to talk about this fear, because you may not be the only person having that fear. Whenever you have the chance to be with your loved ones and to be with the people you know will respond to this well, allow yourself to open up. You don't have to mask. You don't have to be someone else in front of them. You don't have to be the strong person all the time. You can also open up and share about your feelings, about your fears, about the things that are heavy on you right now. And not only does that heal parts of you, it also gives your loved ones and the people you're comfortable doing that with the opportunity to also get into this space of healing and to open themselves up. So you are meant to do that not only for yourself. I feel like it's a situation with a lot of people involved, or not a lot of people, but with several people involved. And you can be the catalyst to allow this conversation to happen, or to allow this energy exchange to happen. It's like a pressure that I feel, and it needs to happen, and everyone's avoiding it. And this is heavy on you emotionally. And you can be the cycle breaker and the person breaking the silence, or breaking the obvious, like talking about the obvious in the room. And that is like almost like a healing experience if you allow yourself to do that. So what I can imagine, I'm not sure about the exact situation that applies to your life, but what the energy is telling me, that once you allow yourself to open up this conversation, open up this vortex of healing, that it could be something that really brings you closer together with other people, with loved ones, with people who are important to you, and that you are creating almost like this healing vortex for every one of you. And it's something very beautiful, and something that could change a lot in your relationship and in your daily life as it is now, if you allow yourself to be in this vulnerable spot and to invite your people to be in that with you and to open up in front of each other. That was the first message. So I hope that resonates with you and you can make sense of that. Remember, it's a collective reading, so some things may not be 100%, but the energy is still in the collective, and a lot of people are being affected by collective energies right now. So I'm sure you can make sense of at least a few of these messages and figure out and translate for yourself, this is about this part of my life, or this is about this situation. The next card I'm pulling is called Money. The message that is coming through here is a little bit more materialistic. It's about financial security. It's about investing. It's about finding a way to abundance. And it's also about you blocking that abundance. So something within you, it could be a limiting belief, it could be being inactive and not taking action, is blocking financial flow in your life. It could be that it's a very tangible situation, like you just lost your job, or you cannot work right now, you're unemployed, something like that. But what even comes through stronger is that there is a potential for you to make money, or for you to gain financial success, but something within you is holding you back from doing that. So it could be something like you need to first make an investment for something to be able to come to you, or it could be something like overstepping a comfort zone, like getting out of a comfort zone. It could also mean that you are on the cusp of going into a new direction with your life and that you are still very comfortable in your little comfort zone, and that is holding you back from this new, more abundant timeline. So it could be that you want to do something that would make you more money or would change your career path, but something is still holding you back and you're just dreaming about it, but you're not actually doing it. The message that is coming through energetically very, very strongly is that you need to find a way for money to come to you. It's almost like there is this abundance inside for you. You may not be aware of that yet, but it's there for you, and you're meant to live this abundant life and have this financial abundance. But you are not aligned with that. You are living on another timeline than your money does, than your abundance does. And energetically, it looks like I always get, like when I do readings, I often get visuals because I'm a clairvoyant, so I get a lot of visuals. And what I see right now is almost like there's a line where you walk on, and there's a line where your abundance is. And instead of these two lines being on the same height, you are on another layer. So the lines are not aligning as one line. They are passing each other. And you need to find a way to align with that abundance that is waiting for you, that is in the stars for you. And you exactly know what the problem is, what the action is that you could take to change that, what the risk is that you need to take to change that, and most importantly, what the comfort zone is that you need to let go of to even be able to ever align with this abundance. It's almost like the universe is telling you, here, it is ready for you. You know it, I know it, it's ready for you. You just have to align with it. You have to change major things in your life for that abundance to align with you and for that to come to you. And I'm feeling that you already know that. You know what to do. Maybe not like very tangibly, you don't know the exact steps, but you know what your comfort zone is and what is keeping you from tapping into your genius and tapping into your power. But there's fear around that, and fear of uncertainty, fear of failure, maybe even fear of success, because you don't know what's coming when so much is changing in your life and when you make this huge decision. What the card and eventually your guides and your cosmic self wants to empower you in is to make that leap. It is a clear confirmation that you are meant to do what you know you need to do and that it will be successful in the end. I don't get the energy that it's going to be immediate, but I do get the energy that it's the only way to align with that abundance and that you very much know that. The third card, I have 4 cards. I've pulled 4 cards for you. So the third card fits so much because this card is called potential. What is coming through is very similar to the card before that. See your own potential and don't block yourself from reaching it. The only person standing in the way of you and your highest potential is you. You are holding yourself back. You have a lot of self-doubt. You don't believe that you're actually capable of creating the life that you want to live. And you don't see the potential that you came here with. So as a soul, you have so much potential. You have so much emotional intelligence. You understand and read people so well, better than a lot of people around you, better than the majority of people on the planet. You are so well in reading people. You are so emotionally intelligent. And you are doubting yourself so damn much. And I don't know why this is coming through, but I feel like what you're also doubting yourself with is your appearance. That you do love yourself. You're not not loving yourself, but there is things that keep you from being super self-confident in your body. And that also keeps you from reaching your potential, because these little physical things keep you from fully showing up as yourself, from fully being confident in your body, in your expression. And you believe that you cannot reach certain goals or certain potentials because of something physical. The energy around that it is a challenge for you to realize that this is not true, because it very much isn't. And I wouldn't say that if it wouldn't come through very strongly that this is something that is holding you back from doing what you actually want to do. What you want to do has something to do with being in the public, or with being public in some way, being in front of other people, or having to be confident in front of other people. And these little appearance related things that others don't even notice about you, they are holding you back so much. And the message is definitely not to change them or to find a way to change these things. The message is to go into self-acceptance and to realize that you are looking for excuses subconsciously to not reach your highest potential, because this little physical thing about you makes you feel insecure or whatever it is. I feel a correlation between the two. It's not that you don't love yourself. It's not that you don't know that you're a goddess. You are. But you have to begin to 100% believe it and to show up as her. And that is how you align with your potential. And again, like the card before that, it has to do with you stepping outside of your comfort zones, dropping the insecurities, dropping the self-doubt, and just doing things, just stepping into a timeline and taking action for good things to come to you. If you stay exactly where you are right now, in the mindset you have right now, with the beliefs about yourself that you have right now, you will stay in the exact same spot that you are in now. But if you allow yourself to drop that and to get out of your comfort zones, a lot of blessings are waiting for you, and a lot of abundance, and a lot of extraordinary experiences, a lot of things that you really want in your life are waiting for you. They're already there. It's not like you first have to create them or you have to pray for them or anything like that. The universe is clearly saying it's all here. It's just on another timeline that you haven't aligned with yet. And that is because you lack taking action, because you don't take action, because you let yourself be held back by little things like not being 100% happy with your appearance right now. So your guides and your cosmic self is prompting you to see the bigger picture and see what's actually important in your life and take action into that direction without being distracted by any insecurities or by any fears that are holding you back from tapping into your own abundance and your own highest potential. The final card is the owl. The owl is, for me, always connected with wisdom, intuition, old souls, that type of energy. And it perfectly fits with the other cards as well. I feel like this is a whole reading, like none of these are unrelated to each other. The owl shows me that you have so much wisdom to share and so much, again, emotional intelligence that you can support other people with and that you can help other people with. And that refers back to the very first card that we pulled. Remember, I said you need to be the one to open up a conversation, to open up a sacred space for others. And what the owl is telling me, because there's a lot of old soul energy and wisdom and light worker energy connected to that, what the owl is telling me that you may be here to do that on a bigger scale. So not just with your friends and family, even though that's amazing, you're meant to do that, but there is a possibility for you to do that on a bigger scale, to do that for strangers, for an audience, for a community, for a lot of people that you don't necessarily know. And this could mean anything. This could be that you are working in a big company and have something to share there that is related to emotions or to opening up and bringing in more humanity into the workspace and more connection. It could be that you're meant to step up as some form of healer, as a coach, as someone who's on social media. That is just me making sense of the card right now. That is not part of the actual reading. The actual energy that I'm downloading from this card is the wisdom and the old soul energy, the light worker energy. So however you apply that, you are meant to explore that within you, and you're meant to express that more. It feels like you have this side within you, like this old soul, and you sometimes see it even as something negative, as something that disconnects you from people, as something that makes you relate less to other people, as something that makes it hard for you to date and have casual connections because you don't want that. There's a lot of negatives that you see about being an old soul and having this light worker energy. And you are meant to tap into the positive things that this energy brings and why this energy is within you in the first place. So this whole reading, I just said it, I feel like it's a whole reading. Every card is connected to one another. And the entire message is step into your own power, explore yourself. Don't be afraid of your own vulnerabilities and your own flaws or what you perceive to be flaws. And just show yourself to the world as you are, because you are perfect as you are. People will love you as you are. Nothing needs to change other than you leveling up your self-confidence and your self-expression and your willingness to go into the direction of your highest timeline. Like I said, the timeline is already there. You're just not lining up with it yet. Your life does not line up with your potential that is already waiting for you. So how can you change, and what needs to change for you to align with that potential? And I feel you already know that. And it feels overwhelming to change all these things and to take all these risks. So what I advise you to do is to start with the small things. What is the next thing that feels like a stretch, that feels outside of your comfort zone, but that you know will catapult you onto this new timeline and will help you align with that potential that is waiting for you to be explored over time? Beautiful soul, that was my reading for you today. I felt this energy really, really strongly. I wasn't sure how well this is going to work because that was the first episode I recorded like this, and I felt so called to do that. And it worked perfectly. I got so much information and the energy was so strong, like the flow was so good. And I would love to know if I should do that more often, if you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it made sense to you, if you liked it, and if you want to have more readings. So definitely leave me a comment. I think you can leave a comment on Spotify. You can send me a DM on Instagram. You can send me a DM on TikTok. You can also send me an email to podcast@isabelgloria.com. It's all linked in the show notes. So please let me know what you think about this episode and if you liked the reading, if it resonated with you, and what was your biggest takeaway from this oracle card pull that I did for you. That being said, I hope you have a wonderful week. We will talk next Sunday.